Okay, I'm sorry, that was just getting too silly. Yesterday was my last day working on project Christopher Ecclestun, and that's why it's still here. I don't like rushing things particularly, but I have finished. There's just a couple of bits of cable to snip off and a bit of pipe there, and then that mirror to come off, and this latch here. T25 for the latch and the mirror. As this car is now going for scrap, it is traditional to fill your scrappy car up with stuff you don't want. And in here is a selection of stuff from other cars that I used to work on that I no longer have time or patience to do anything with. So now it looks a bit like a hoarder's kitchen. There is some value to all of this stuff in here, but I simply don't want to deal with people who drive Fords. That is a bit of a joke. Now there is room for quite a lot more in here, but I don't want to be taking the mickey. At the metal recyclers, they expect to see some stuff in a car that you simply don't want. And I do have an awful lot of stuff I do want to get rid of. The clearer this yard is of parts, the more I can concentrate on keeping the Rover parts that I want to keep. But there is a limit, and after all this, there's a door missing on this side, so it's not like I can pile it right the way up to the roof, is it? But there is quite a lot in there. And as far as getting rid of this junk is concerned, there's no major rush, because I have this Rover here to carry on dismantling, and that 75 to carry on dismantling. And down at the other end over there, I have a Streetwise. That was a bit lazy of me, wasn't it? I couldn't even be bothered to walk down to the other end of the yard. Nothing wrong with me bunging some metal in the back of there now, is there? Here we have a Mark II facelift Focus bonnet in quite nice condition. I should sell this really, to be honest. Oh dear. Look, I managed to find an exhauster stick in the back. Have a guess what car that came off. The time has come to definitely say goodbye to Project Christopher Ecclestun. Yes, the engine's coming out of this very soon. I might as well just do it there, hadn't I? I went off to get rid of Christopher Ecclestun, come back, and the battery's a bit flat on the ZT and I need to move it. So jump start off of Nigel, and then I realised I'd left the keys in the ignition and gone off out for an hour. It's not something I do very often. I'm quite embarrassed by that. What I want to do with this motor here is take it in for a kind of pre-MOT check. The lights work, the engine sounds good, but there are no clocks to tell me certain things you need to know. So, I need to put one in. Isn't it fortunate I happen to have these stores full of MG Rover parts and plenty of speedos. Dusty clocks. For a diesel though, just 2 plugs. And they work. That's ready for the morning. Yes, tomorrow I shall treat you to another road trip video. Does anybody want any grills? Come on, take them. Today's been a rather short day, or so it feels. It's gone by very quickly and I don't feel like I've achieved a great deal. It's tidying up that does it. moving things, just putting things away. Oh, it's all so time consuming, which is exactly why I avoid doing it in the first place. And then there ends up being more than I want to tidy up. Would you like to live in a world where women grew beards? It's 8 o'clock and I'm going to the shop and it's going dark. Autumn is here.